Now, KLBK's first warning weather with Chief Meteorologist Jacob Riley.
Well, happy Friday Eve, South Plains. Thanks so much for joining us here on your KLBK News at 6 on Channel 13. Earlier today, we got to welcome in yet another group of bright young minds from our community. We had another station tour today with Lubbock Cooper ISD's Pirate TV. These are the 7th and 8th grade students that are involved there with Pirate TV. You never know, they're learning the kind of behind the scenes ropes of local journalism and news production. So you may see some of these faces in the future, maybe even right here on Channel 13 if we're lucky enough. So special thanks to them for coming in and spending their morning with us today. And if you weren't spending your day indoors, hopefully you did take the chance to get outside because it was a beautiful one across the region. Even with the cloud coverage, we still warmed to 80 degrees in Turkey, 71 now in Lubbock, 69 in Dora, 75 in Guthrie, 70 in Levelland, 71 in Dimmitt, and 73 down in both Seminole and in Denver City. Live look from Lovington tonight, though, on our Bob Mills Skyview Network camera. You can see those high-level cirrus clouds overhead. These are at the top of our atmosphere and are composed of mainly ice crystals, so that's why they look very wispy, very thin. That's what we're seeing here in Brownfield in the heart of Terry County tonight as well. So as we take a look around the region, that moisture coming in from the southwest, again, the mid to upper levels of our atmosphere is where that's located, but this big spin in our atmosphere back over Nevada into northwestern portions of Arizona, that's our upper level storm system that's going to bring us the risk of severe storms and strong storms on our Friday. So as we go overnight tonight, though, clouds hang out with us around the region. That's going to keep us pretty warm. Clouds during the overnight hours act like an insulator, keeping more of that warmth, that heat at the surface, not allowing that to escape into the upper levels of the atmosphere. So 51, that's it for a low in Snyder. We'll be at 49 for Littlefield, 46 in Hobbs, 43 in Floydada, and Muleshoe, the cool spot, coming in at 39 degrees. Overall, about 10 to 12 degrees above average tonight for lows. And then tomorrow, we've got the upper 60s back to our west, 68 in Clovis, 69 in Tatum, to the upper 70s to our east, Jayton and Guthrie both topping out at 78. So again, another spring-like day, and with spring comes storms. We do have a level 1 out of 5 marginal risk of severe weather for areas in dark green. This does include the city of Lubbock all the way down to Hobbs, Seminole, Snyder's included in that. Matador, heads up for you, Childress, Floydada, and Post. You are all included in that severe weather risk tomorrow. We could see thunderstorms area-wide, though, maybe as soon as 3 p.m. Notice that being initialized by one of our future track models here, showing those pockets of red, indicating where we have some isolated storms popping up. That first wave moves through, and then it's about the 6 o'clock hour that we'll start to see those strongest to severe storms move in. So by 7 to 8 p.m., that's impacting from Seminole over to Lamesa. By 8 p.m., could be impacting us here in the Lubbock metro area. That activity will continue to push to the east by 10 p.m. Very heavy rain falling over eastern areas. Could have some large hail in with that as well. And then as we go overnight, notice we're going to see a couple of waves of this activity move through. Even through 1 a.m., we could still be dealing with some strong to severe storms here in Lubbock. By 2 to 3 a.m., still seeing those areas of red, purple, and pink popping up, indicating some pretty intense downpours at the very least. Likely some hail possible with this activity, even through 5 a.m. Saturday morning. And then things start to wrap up as we get into more of the daylight hours in terms of severe weather. But we'll keep some isolated shower and storm chances on the board the entire day for our Valentine's Day Saturday. So when we take a look at what is expected, that level 1 marginal risk has been issued for this one right here. The hail potential up to ping pong ball sized hail is expected with the most intense storms. Might see some wind gusts to 60 miles per hour. There's never a complete zero potential for tornadoes, but they're really not looking likely with this setup tomorrow. And we will see some localized and isolated areas of some flash flooding. Now, when it comes to rainfall totals, notice those areas that are popping up in green. That's where at least 1/2 inch of rainfall is being projected by the Weather Prediction Center with NOAA. But overall, focus more so on the patterns. Heaviest totals to our east, lightest totals back to our north and west. But with these heavier downpours that we're expecting on Friday, we do have that marginal flash flood risk that has been put into place, and that does include the Lubbock metro area, basically along and east of the Interstate 27, Highway 87 corridor. So the arrival time of those strong to severe storms tomorrow looks to be most likely from 6 to 8 p.m. for areas in the city shaded in black, from Hobbs up to Tatum, over to Seminole, Brownfield, back towards Silverton and Tulia. Storms turning severe as soon as 6 to 8 p.m. 8 to 10 p.m. for places like Lubbock down to Lamesa, back to Matador, and 10 p.m. to midnight from Snyder to Lake Allen Henry, back to Spur and over towards Guthrie. So that's kind of how things are shaping up for our Friday and what we're expecting when it comes to that severe weather potential. Tonight's rain gauge giveaway winner, courtesy of the Hub City Body Shop, is Mr. Jerry Hodges of Lubbock, Texas. Congratulations to you, Jerry. And of course, a last look at that 7-day forecast shows that we're probably going to be filling up some rain gauges here for our Friday, even on into our Saturday. We'll dry out this weekend, and then Terry, next week our concern is going to shift from severe weather back to fire weather. We're going to have very warm air setting up in the region. We're going to have some very dry air too. Dew points at times could be in the single digits, and with highs in the upper 70s, that gives us very low humidity values. We're also going to see those winds picking up out of the west, gusting near 30 to 40 miles per hour.
Which picks up the dirt.
If
we don't get the rain we need and it doesn't saturate down really well, we're going to see
so the more rain we can get this weekend, the better. But even with what we see this weekend, with how warm it's going to be next week and how strong those winds are, still probably going to see some dust, and we are going to be concerned with that fire weather condition. So stay weather aware through the weekend and next week.
All right, sounds good. Thanks so much, Jacob.